online teaching easy, isn't it? I'm a classroom teacher. I can teach online. I have a computer. I can compute. Hi, my name is Gemma Perry and welcome to Mooncake ESL Teaching Made Easy. If you're new here, then you need to know that I make weekly ESL teaching tip videos to help you improve your English teaching. So if you are teaching ESL abroad, make sure you subscribe below and hit that notification bell for weekly ESL teaching tips. Also, real quick, if you are new here, say hi in the comments below and let me know where in the world you're teaching. The world as we know it is changing, and as the world changes, so does the way we learn. Technology is taking over the world. Because of this, many classroom-based teachers are suddenly being asked to teach English online. But fear not, because today I'm giving you my top 5 tips to teaching ESL online so you can give the best class to your students. So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1, the setup. Now, you would think that getting ready for your online ESL class is easy. Simply turn on your camera and go. But without a little effort, you're in danger of looking like this. Trust me, darling, nobody wants to see your nostrils. But fear not, because you can avoid this look by thinking about a few simple points. Starting with the camera angle. The camera angle is really important. Most teachers will simply put their laptop on a table and hit record. However, this tends to leave you with an upward angle that is not likely to show off your best features. Try raising your laptop by placing some books underneath and raising that camera up to eye level. This will give you a much more natural appearance on camera. If you're using a phone, then the same principle applies, but you need to make sure your phone is in a fixed position so that it doesn't move and wobble as you're teaching. There's nothing worse than giving your students motion sickness. You don't need big fancy lights to make yourself look good on camera, but you do need to take light into consideration. There's nothing worse than looking like a mysterious goth to your students. The cheapest and easiest light source is the sun. Filming by a window gives you all the natural light needed to make you look good. However, try to make sure that you're facing the window as much as possible so that that light falls onto your face. If you're filming with the window behind you, you're likely to look angelic and students won't be able to see you. The background of your set is also really important. You don't need to make your apartment super fancy, but dear God, tidy up! Nobody wants to see your dirty underwear or your family photos, so try and pick a spot that's plain and tidy so that students can focus on you and not what's going on behind you. Now, it goes without saying that sound is really important for your online ESL lesson. Where possible, try and include a mic in your setup. Luckily though, your laptop and your phone will have a relatively good mic if you don't have access to a professional one. Try and limit any background noise by closing windows, turning off air conditioners, and asking any roommates or family members to be quiet. Now, just like your classroom-based lesson, you need to plan your class. Depending on whether you're teaching students individually or as a group, it's quite likely that you won't be able to see or interact too much with your students. This means that when we're planning, we need to think about what we want to say and how we want to say it. Our lesson plan is going to become a bit like a script. You should still follow the standard structure for an ESL lesson, but you'll need to plan the presentation of each section carefully. Tip number 2, presentation. Now, if you've ever watched a kids' TV show, then you will have noticed how enthusiastic and energetic the hosts are. And there's a reason for this. If you think about your students sat at a computer watching you on screen, then unless there's something visually appealing for them, then it's easy to lose their attention. So all of our movements need to be exaggerated and our energy and enthusiasm needs to be at 150%. Now, if you are someone who is shy on camera, don't be afraid to practice before your class. Take your phone and record yourself a couple of times. See what you're doing well and what you can do better. The more you practice, the more comfortable you're going to become. Tip number 3, TPR. Most especially for those lower level students, TPR is essential. Now, if you're not sure what TPR is, you can check out my video on TPR linked below. Also, when teaching lower level students, it's important to cut back on incidental language. These are phrases like, can you say, or now we're going to talk about the weather. This kind of language might be too much for students, and if they don't understand, you're at risk of losing their attention. Instead, try giving students visual cues so they know what you expect from them. For example, cupping your ear to indicate listening when you want students to speak. Tip number 4, materials. Now, just like any other ESL lesson, we need to use materials to help get our message across. Now, these materials can come in the form of flashcards, drawings, or ideally props such as puppets. Right up, Doc. If you don't have access to many materials right now, then stop and take a look around your apartment to see what you can use. For example, if you wanted to teach a kitchen unit, then you could use the pots and pans and knives and forks from your kitchen to teach different vocabulary. If all else fails, don't be afraid to try a sock puppet. Check that. Tip number 5, feedback. Just like with any ESL class, feedback is really important. In fact, online it's even more important because it's much harder to keep students happy and engaged. So let students know when they're doing well, and remember to be about 50% more energetic as you do it. Also, don't be afraid to try things like the online high five. Online high five! So there you have it, my top 5 tips for online ESL teaching. If you like this video, let me know by commenting the word helpful in the comments below and by sharing with your fellow teachers. If you're looking for more fun ESL teaching tips, then make sure you check out some of my other videos right here. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, or if you're interested in a Mooncake sweatshirt or mug, you can find them linked below. And of course, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more weekly ESL teaching tips from Mooncake.